I am Anthony Jones, returning citizen, core member of Chance for Life, former spokesperson of Crime Stoppers of Michigan. Currently, I am a chaplain with St. Mary's Mercy of Livonia, better known as Trinity Health, and host of the Chance for Life podcast.
I'm Andrea Isom, journalist, former TV news reporter, host, and national correspondent. I'm a friend and supporter of Chance for Life and have proudly been telling its story for more than 15 years, along with my husband and business partner, Joe Harris. And I am the co-host and producer of the Chance for Life podcast.
When you greeted each other, you said, "Oh, I know who you are."
Yeah.
But have you met Anthony before? Yes, I have. Okay, so what's the meeting? Tell me this relationship.
I remember meeting you at the fundraiser dinner.
Yeah.
And my wife was so fascinated about the fact that you were fresh out, had your own store. I was intrigued myself because a lot of people talk on the inside. I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. Very few people get out and get the rolling and get their thing going. So that's why I remember you, because you did what you said.
Tom and Jessica had shown us video of him, you know, with the Crime Stoppers now, everything, but we never met like that. So I have seen him before, and I'm like, oh, he was incarcerated? I didn't know.
When you meet core members of Chance for Life, you had no idea.
No.
Yeah. No residue.
No residue. I like that. No
And that's
residue.
it. And we blend in. You know, a lot of people, some of our seniors, they keep it a secret. You know, they used to say, I've been down south, you know, and all that kind of stuff. And they never talked to us about what they experienced. Back in their day, it was a big deal going to DeHoco,
Oh, yeah.
which has been closed so long, I don't remember when it closed, but they would go and do that little bit at DeHoco, but they don't talk about that. So now we're out here, we're doing our thing, and we talk about it when it comes up.
No residue.
No residue. This is what we look like. This is what taking a chance at life looks like to me. You know, just do your thing. If it come up, you know. And I was sharing that before. It's their loss. They don't want to deal with us. It's their loss. Because we're doing our thing out here.
We are the hardest workers because we miss so much. We miss so much. We made so many plans. We work hard. We are used to working for what, $30 a month? We come out here, it's like, no turning back. We're not going back. Because we're from Chance for Life.
That's right.
So they gave us a good head start on coming back to society, better people. This is my new husband. He's brand new out the plastic. This is Nathaniel. We got married in April.
Congrats.
All right. April. Yeah, he's fresh out the plastic. Yeah.
Yeah, they're fresh. Because we've been knowing each other since we were teenagers.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So what's the story?
Okay, we used to go together.
We call it that anymore?
Then we called it going together.
Back then.
In high school, like 15, 16. That's how old we were. And we stayed friends. We had mutual friends. When I was incarcerated, he stayed in contact. And this is funny. They shut down Robert Scott Correctional Facility. So we all moved to Huron Valley. And half was men and half was women.
Okay.
And they had boot camp there for men. And he was in boot camp there. So I saw him when I was going because I ate kosher because I'm, a Messianic Jew. So we had a special time to eat and go pick up our food. So we went over to the men's side, and I saw him in line.
So what did you think when you saw him?
I was like, he said,
What did you say?
I got in trouble because we weren't supposed to. He wasn't even supposed to look at the women. But when I seen her, I knew exactly who it was, and I was kind of overexcited.
Just a little bad.
Yeah, and and the sergeant, he got in my face, and he was just going, and I was, I couldn't tell you what he said. I was just happy that I saw him. Like, I couldn't believe it, and when I got done with boot camp, I wrote her a letter and told her that I saw her. And she was like, yeah, I thought that was you. It was crazy. That was crazy.
And that is something.
Yeah. Never knew it would end up like this, but yeah.
So there had to be a gap somewhere. Y'all, you on the inside, he's on the outside. Y'all communicating. Communication had to fall off somewhere.
Yeah, it did.
Okay.
It did.
Did it fall off because you were in boot camp? Or?
No, it fell off like once I got back out, I was back in the streets.
Okay.
And I guess I wasn't done yet then, So time went on, and I would reach out from time to time, like through her family and things like that. Like they would do functions for her and stuff like that. And I would go through and show my support and things like that. And and the last time, well, no, the last time, not the last time, the last time, before the last time, we get to locked up. I was on my way home, and I said, you know what? I said, let me reach out to them, because it was her and her co-defendant, which is my friend too, which is like my sister. I love them to death. And I was like, you know what? Because I was mad at the world. I said, I'm not messing with nobody that didn't mess with me while I was locked up. And I said, these are my friends, genuinely my friends. They like family. So I'm like, I'm not going to do them like that. I want them to know that I love and support them. So I reached out to a cousin. He gave me my number. And I actually talked to her co-defendant first. And then I was like, give her my number. And she gave him my number. And we talked. And it was just like, hey, catching up. Hey, what's been going on? Blah, 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 blah. And one conversation led to another, and another, and another, and another. And then it became an everyday thing, so, which was good. We built a relationship over the phone, which was crazy to me because I really got to see what, just having communication. There was nothing physical about it. I couldn't come see her, and she couldn't come see me. It was just get a picture, write a letter. So it was crazy how it came about, but it was so real. Just a whole different experience for me, to be able to communicate like that, and to not have no physical touch. So everything was just genuine, So, and we grew to love each other. Like that, Yeah, so, yeah, it was good. It's still good.
And you was on the phone kind of like.
I wasn't trying. I really wasn't. I didn't put any expectations on the relationship or him or, commitment or anything like that. But it worked out.
When you say you didn't put expectations, one thing that you learned, this is a question for both of you. Do you see differences in him and how you related to him because of Chance for Life? And did you see the difference in her because she went through this program?
I did. She was more calm. She was more calm, So now, I know she was a facilitator. So, some days I like to remind her of that.
Still now.
The gentle nerve.
Yeah.
You remember who you are.
Yes, that's right. That's right. You should try to get at me.
You should get me down.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
So the things in Chance for Life, I know they helped me in relationships too, because the thing Chance for Life taught me, in addition to not having the expectation, was listening skills. You want to get to the point so quick, you're not listening to what people say. So did that play a role in you notice that in her some, or did she help you get around to that yourself?
She listens, And
You don't.
I listen sometimes. I listen sometimes. But overall, we communicate very well. You know, she'll get on me about not listening, so then I have to remind myself, like, yeah, you know, I need to pay attention. I need to pay more attention. And yeah, so it's like iron sharpens iron, you know. She gonna pull me up, I'm gonna pull her up, you know.
It's so funny one day, because he took our dad, he was in the federal facility, so he pulled out our dad, and I pulled out my Chance for Life books. Like, you like this. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I won.
She's never gonna lose. She's never gonna lose. So.
Skills and the tools.
Right.
What are you getting from it though? Because this is part of who she is from here on out.
What I'm getting from it is that I actually got to witness the change. And like, there's a saying that we used to say, it works if you work it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you really take, you know, the stuff that you learn serious, it will help, it will change you, you know, so, and I see it in her, you know, I see it. I do.
And with that smile, I got to say you like it, right?
Yeah, at a time. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, I do, you know,
Answer.
cause like we don't, you know, we communicate very well, you know, we do, you know, we disagree now, you know, but
That's okay.
yeah, but we don't let it linger on for a long time, you know, we have our differences, but we always like to try and keep that communication open, you know, that line, because we know that's where it started at with us. You know, that, hey, this is all we got. You know, this is all we got at the end of the day, you know, and sometimes I have to take a breather and say, hey, well, this is how I felt. And then she'll do the same, you know, this is how you making me feel. And I hear, I don't always just react right away, but I hear. I definitely do, you know, so I appreciate that we're not always, you know, we're not the couple that's fussing and cussing, you know. You know, we have our disagreements, but we handle it like adults.
Yeah, I needed the communication because before it was horrible. I was a horrible communicator. I was a one-sided, just my way or no way type of communication, you know, so.
I can't even picture that. Like, because I know you now.
Yeah.
So I can't even, like, the person that you told me you were, I can't even see that whatsoever.
I'm so happy.
I cannot see you being like not calm and easy. I can't see you not being diplomatic and reasonable. I can't see that. Like I can't. Can you? Like, are you ever shocked about yourself sometimes that you made this complete transition and
Yes.
you worked it, and that's why it's still working?
Exactly.
Yes,
Exactly.
I am surprised a lot of, even in situations I'm in, when I, you know, it's still situations I come to and I'm like.
So do you do like I do sometimes, knowing that some of the skills that I'm using come from Chance for Life, like the listening part
Yeah.
and the conflict resolution portion of it. I find myself listening to myself when I'm in a situation. It's real time, it's going on, and I'm like, I said that. This is the way I handle that. And people that know me is like, you changed for real. You know, you find yourself in that situation, and just flipping that around before you answer that. I think maybe you recognize sometime too that stuff do work. You know, it's helping her.
Yeah.
You know, and you want some too, Rick.
She reminds me to not forget what I've learned as well. You know, because some of the same skill sets that she learned, I also learned. So it's, you know, it's a good reminder that I need to be on point as well. You know, don't slip back. You know, continue to move forward. So, yeah, I admire the way that she handles things. I don't tell her that, but
Oh, yeah.
He really doesn't. Wow.
but I do. You know, I do. I really do. It makes me want to be better. So
That's good. That's good to hear, isn't it?
Felicia, just so people understand who you were to who you are, what did you used to be?
Oh boy. I used to be. I was a fence straddler, so I was I was confrontational. I had like really short patience with people, and nobody in particular, just people in general. I went to prison for an assaultive case, so I have to say I was assaultive because I had several cases at the same time, which, thank God, he didn't find it in his big, wide heart to put me in prison forever. But I did serve 17 years because I lacked self-control. You know, I had a bad temperament. My communication was horrible. So I always say, like, I really just wasn't a good person because it was like anything could trigger me to a reaction that's just unnecessary. You know, just unnecessary reactions to everything and anything. I wasn't like a hard drug user. I drank, and that's not good either. You know, that's not good for people who have bad tempers and bad attitudes and don't like to communicate. And, you know, I'm hanging out. But then I wanted to start a adult foster care home. So I was working on that. Then I was working at Ford. So I was like, you can't straddle the fence. You have to go one way or the other.
And when did you figure that out?
In prison. I didn't figure that out till I went to prison. Like, you can't do both. You have to pick a side. You're going to be bad or you're going to be good. You're going to do the right thing or you're going to be in prison.
When she says that, what do you think? Because I saw you think.
I can relate.
Like, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, I can relate. I could definitely relate. Yeah, because I didn't have a made-up mind for a long time. You know, I just knew I didn't want to be broke. That was my thing. I didn't want to be broke. So, you know, I figured that I'll get my money in the streets. You know, but no matter whatever I gain, I would always lose it once I go to prison. You know. And then bang, a light finally came on this last time. And I just, you know, I got sick and tired of being sick and tired. I got sick and tired of missing out on my family and things like that, you know. Robbing my kids, robbing my family, robbing myself out of a life that I could live, you know, a regular good life, you know. I came to the realization that I didn't even know what a normal life was. Never lived it before. But now I am. It's the best feeling in the world. That's the best feeling in the world. That's the best feeling in the world, you know. So I can relate to, you know, it hit me when I was in prison. Like, you know what? I'm not coming back here. I can't do this no more. Like, I'm seeing all the stuff that's going on, and I'm like, something ain't right up here. Like, my way of thinking was messed up, you know. So I had to really get a hold of, like, is this worth it? No, you know. Start thinking about what I'm thinking about, you know. So I said, you know, I'm going to change. And I made up my mind finally. Never had a made up mind in my life. But this last go round, I said, I don't care what I have to do when I get out. Work 2 jobs, work 2 fast food jobs. I don't care. I'm not coming back to prison. Period. I'll put 16 hours in a day at somebody's job. I don't care. I'm not coming back to prison. There's no more prison for me. There's no more crime. There's no more shortcuts. There's no more nothing. I'm done. I'm done, you know. And I had her, when I got out, it was a journey. Because when she got out, I was in. It's kind of like her last 2 years of her getting ready to come home, I had ended up getting locked up. So it flipped, and she was and all these plans that we had went down the drain. That's why I say, like, no matter what you accumulated in the streets, at the end of the day, it wasn't worth it. Because guess what? I could have worked somebody's job and still had the same, and still had it. Instead of it getting squandered away, pay for a lawyer, you got to buy food while you're in there. Like, all of this, it doesn't add up. At the end of the day, it don't add up. It don't make sense.
Right.
And like I say, I'm the happiest I've ever been in my life now. I don't have to look in the rearview mirror, look on my shoulder, but I don't have to do none of that. Like, I see the police, it's like, okay.
The big deal.
I don't care. I'm not tripping. I've done nothing wrong.
That's right.
I've done nothing wrong. Like, my probation officer, I'd say, hey, come by the house anytime, because I don't live that life no more.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, that's peace to me.
You sound like a made-up mind.
Yes.
That's what it sounds like to me. You were talking about this way or that way. You can't do both sides.
Mm-hmm.
So what was the determining factor for you to just pick a side?
Well, it was during my incarceration. I made plans, and I said I wasn't coming. I did 17 straight years. We don't have a good time. It's nothing good about that time either, on top of not having good time.
Mm.
So my time wasn't easy either. And part of that was because I came in with the attitude that I had. And they remember that. Even at the end, when I joined Chance for Life and tried to do better, Tom and Jessica know they got me a couple times, and I still maintained, get back to where I wanted to be, because at that point I had a made up mind. Like, you can't make me mad. And I just smile, and it'll make them even madder sometimes. But I made up my mind to come home, do the right thing, made all my plans.
Mm-hmm.
Said I'm coming home and follow through. And I did. And Chance for Life said they were going to support me when I got home, and they have. So I appreciate them. And I appreciate what they taught me, because I couldn't figure out actually how to, this sounds strange, but how to be good. Because my way of thinking was that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. What else can I do? Somebody is telling me, you need to do this. Well, you don't tell me what to do, because you're not, because my attitude hadn't changed.
Right.
So even when somebody was trying to tell me, I'm like, you can't tell me anything, because how can you? You're not in a better situation than me, or you don't know more than me.
One thing. So right. So
no humility. Yeah. So it was just like, I had to learn all of that. I didn't know anything about any of that. I thought, when I met Jessica, I was like, I can be a mediator. That's not it. I don't think I want to do that. She was like, oh, you can, huh? She gave me this look like, oh, you can, huh? I said, yeah. She was like, okay, we'll see. They kind of taught me how to use my own attitude, only in a better way, to get things accomplished, to listen, to speak to people, to accept criticism, to accept advice, to be accepting of things.
So it sound like to me that you're saying that you decided to be who you think you are. You thought you already had together.
Yes.
Don't nobody know.
No.
You know.
Yes, I did.
And you decided to actually be that person. and I get that too, because I thought, too many people said slick. My attorney called me professor. So I thought I knew what I knew, but I didn't. And then the tools, Chancellor Light gave me the tools to do what I do the right way, not be slick about it, or like you say, take the shortcut and I'm already on top and everybody else work their way to get there. They stay, I lose everything I got, because I, ain't nothing real that I'm doing. But that's what I kind of hear you saying, that you decided to be who you thought you were.
Yeah.
And now you are who you think you are.
Yes.
successful. You know, you got promising things in front of you, you know. You got fresh package unwrapped out of the
Just fresh out of the plastic.
Fresh out the plastic.
But you know, it's one of the ones that's always like new, right? It ain't gonna get old. That's the way that works, you know.